everyone, welcome back to the bus. So Reg is already getting after it with the grinder here, doing what we're here to do today. I'm gonna come out here a little bit. Plan for today is grind down the chair rails, rust treat the chair rails. The reason for grinding down the chair rails is we want to get them treated today, and then we want to paint them tomorrow, because then we can tear out the bottom portion of the fiberglass and insulation. If you guys have watched our previous videos, you'll kind of understand the structure of our bus, but basically the fiberglass layers of our bus and the insulation are what gave it structure, is what we found out. So we've been cutting that out because that's where the insulation was. We wanted to get it out. There was some water damage, but we found all that, figured out how the bus was built, and realized we were taking out all the stability. So in order to build that stability back in, part of it is using those chair rails. So we want to make sure that those are cleaned up, we get them rust treated, and then we can secure those back to the sides of the bus right away when we cut out all the insulation and crap. So yeah, let's get going. It's a beautiful day here again. So we got lucky with this one, and we got our helpers over here again. As you can see, Luna and Willa just chilling, just relaxing. Sounds like Regan stopped, so I need to see what's going on. Almost done. We've been using an angle grinder with 2 different wire brushes, and then this needs to go a little tighter. Sorry, got very distracted there. We've been using an angle grinder with a wire brush, and then also at Home Depot we picked up a little wheel. It's been slowly deteriorating. It was a little bit bigger, but this is actually really good. It's a metal rust remover. I think it's meant for metal. So this has worked pretty well on the cordless drill. But it didn't last very long. As Regan said, it didn't last very long. So we wish we would have bought another one of these. We're hopefully going to be able to get it done without it, but I think we'll probably buy another one when we do all the window frames. So next step is going to be to use this prep and etch. Prep and etch. So this is phosphoric acid, I believe. This is basically the Home Depot version of Osfo, which is really popular. A lot of people recommend. But basically just a rust treatment, so kills whatever rust is there and hopefully prevents it from continuing to spread. So we're going to do that today, let it dry overnight, come back and paint them tomorrow. So then next weekend, probably, we can secure them when we cut out the insulation and secure them to the wall. So we'll hopefully provide some rigidity back to the bus, maybe. Let's hope. We'll see. Yeah, let's hope. But we've got a little bit more grinding to do, and then paint the acid, and who knows what else today. Guys, one important thing, can't have too many beer breaks when you're working on your Skoolie. It keeps you sane. See, Regan's got hers. Cheers. Cheers. Helps when there's a keg tap inside that you can always go to. But prep is done. Well, I guess our next step is still prep, but we got to put on the rust remover treater majigger now. That we're just going to kind of slop on with some paintbrushes. Doesn't have to be very fancy, very special, very delicate. And then tomorrow when we come back, we'll paint it with a primer, rust inhibiting primer, and then also rust inhibiting paint. So get closer to getting these walls secured and starting to frame out the bus and move forward. It's, you know, it seems small because it's just chair rails, but in reality these rails are going to provide some stability and give us some stability we need. So a little bit more beer break than inside. What are you so scared of the camera?
I'll bow down to it.
Willa has a little fear of the camera. I don't know why or when it started, but...
Get closer to her.
You're so pretty though, Willa.
Willa, you're so photogenic.
Everybody
when
wants
you're
to
happy.
see you. You're just so pretty.
There you go, that's not that bad.
Alrighty guys, that is a wrap up of our short little day here. We'll be back tomorrow, so we're gonna, I think, wrap this into one whole vlog again, because I don't know how much we did or didn't take today. We kind of took some video, just most of the time lapses. Painting chair rails, well, prepping chair rails is always so exciting, so we'll see you guys again tomorrow. Hopefully we'll have another good day tomorrow, get the chair rails painted and keep moving ahead. So we'll see you tomorrow.
Bye.
And we're back. And Reg is already hard at work. As you guys saw yesterday, got the chair rails prepped. Got to do a little bit more prep before we're gonna put a primer on them today. So we gotta just kind of scrape off any remaining dust and things from the rust etcher remover treater, and then we're gonna prime. I thought we'd be able to paint today as well. I didn't look close enough on the paint can, but it has to dry for 24 hours. So we'll come back tomorrow night because that'll be kind of just a quick evening project we can do, and we'll put an actual layer of paint over the primer. But today we're gonna prime, get the heater out, do a few other, who knows, random things. We're trying to figure out what we can do. But yeah, Reg's already working, so I should probably get going. Alright, so now it's time to paint. The primer we're starting with, Rust-Oleum, focus. Rusty metal primer. We got the one that says use on heavily rusted metal surfaces. Reagan made me step it up from the
It was like
lightly
clean.
rusted or something. Because we prepped it pretty good, and so I wasn't sure if we needed, but obviously this is going to protect even better than, according to this is going to protect.
They were very, very, very rusty.
More than 2 times the rust prevention of the enamels alone. So we'll see. But so yeah, this is what we're using, and then we've also got a Rust-Oleum oil-based enamel that will be our top coat. So just doing a little manual shake here, mixing up our cocktail.
Wish we had a cocktail.
We could get beer. So, we were gonna do the rear heater, but I didn't quite plan enough and didn't look beforehand at the exact setup of how the coolant lines were running, things like that, and hadn't decided fully, without going into it, how I wanted to do it. So I It's Easter Sunday. We watched an Easter service this morning, but then still didn't even realize that, of course, everywhere's gonna be closed, so we couldn't go to the hardware store to get the stuff that we wanted. So we're gonna deal with this wiring mess that you see here. Full tangled wires, some of them go to the lights back here, some of them are for these lights up here, some of them go all the way to the front of the bus, and so basically we were gonna kind of try and cut some of them down because some of them we cut out because it's for like a heater and stuff like that, but then we basically decided we want to get this back section of floor out because it's kind of janky and we know that, well, it's really janky, especially over here in the corner, and so we want it out. So that way, you know, it's out and we don't have to worry about anybody falling through.
Yeah.
But also, we want to look and assess because that's, I think there's going to be some rebuilding there that has to be done as far as reinforcing the frame and metal work. So that way we can start talking to somebody about that and figure that out. So we're going to clean up these wires, label a bunch more stuff. Yeah, we're just going along. I'm flying by the seat of our pants, you can tell, but here goes wiring madness.
Rear heater. Left
What?
Left small above rear red.
Yeah, that's this left guy here.
Left small above rear red?
Yes, that's it. I know my system, okay?
Left rear middle.
Yeah. Nope. Oh yeah, left rear middle. Sorry.
Yeah. Don't fuck with me, I know what I'm saying. Left rear side marker.
That's the guy there on the side.
Oh, the side.
The little guy.
So I guess we didn't, oh, yeah, we did do this one.
So that's the left rear middle.
Oh. Black left, or back left top. Or is it that?
That's the very top, yeah.
What was
so we
this
can't
one
say,
then?
huh?
What was this one then?
Or maybe that's back left top. Well, let's see, is there another like back rear heater?
Left, this one, left small above rear red.
Yeah.
But so we don't have one for this. Because this is little red right above rear. I can't stand you.
Little red right above rear. That's exactly how it is.
Little red right above rear red.
And that's exactly what it is. It's a little red above the right rear red.
Processing.
Little red, this one?
What does it say?
Little red right above rear red.
So
this
right,
one.
yes.
See, that's tricky though. It could be right above or
no.
right,
No, right and left are directions. Okay.
So we'll say right.
Say right trio top. Right rear trio
Right
top.
rear trio.
And then right rear
top.
trio middle. Right rear trio bottom. Janky back area is where most probably of our rust issues are going to be.
Wait, let me show the hole. Am I gonna fall if I get on here?
Huh? No.
Here's the hole.
It's nicely rusted out cross member. So we'll probably end up having to replace some of these cross members. We'll see. But yeah, this side has lost support.
Even this right here has lost some support. I have to get the corners, yeah. We just lost our back door.
Oh wow, I'm lucky that nothing worse happened.
Yeah, wow.
Oops. That was kind of crazy. Well, that shows you how well our back door was still on there.
Oh my gosh, you're so lucky that did not just kill
my
you.
Holy shit, that was kind of scary.
Yep,
Wow.
it's gone.
Well, now we really need the tarp.
Yeah.
Look at this. Oh, wow. Holy shit. I'm like kind of shaking. Like I just stood there once it started happening. I just hoped nothing was gonna hit me. Wow.
I know. You were lucky that you were like in the middle.
In the
of
middle,
frame.
yeah. Holy cow. Okay. Well, that's out.
Bye. Oh my gosh, that is insane.
Oh,
I think we're gonna need more than a tarp.
we have broom casualties.
Oh no.
Like 4 of our brooms got dented.
Wow, it fell that hard. Holy shit.
Well, kind of it's a heavy door. Yeah, it's on our broom. Good thing we got a lot. Yeah, here's our door now in 2 pieces. You can tell what great condition this thing was in.
Holy shit.
Yeah, I've seen better days. Look at this. There's just a giant hole. Look at that. Well, perfect. It's coming off anyway, so.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to get it replaced.
Okay.
Rather than later.
Yeah, we're gonna have to replace that sooner rather than later. Let's, I guess, keep trying to pry this guy up. Got it out. Yeah, we got
just a little bit rusted
Yeah.
here. This
Just
side
some-
doesn't even go all the way over.
So, obviously we've got some rust. And we knew that would happen. We knew there'd be some rust. We just obviously didn't know how much. And I talked to the guy there. He was like, you know, the frame, if we sandblast it, looks good. And then I think there's other places where we're just gonna have to replace some stuff.
This being one of those.
This being,
Which
I
we
mean,
knew
these-
because the water
these-
damage was mostly
yeah,
back here.
yeah, exactly. A lot of the worst stuff's gonna be back here. This is where all the water damage was, so yeah. This is where the worst of it was gonna be. Obviously, you can tell. But now we know, and we can start to plan, which is why we wanted to get this out, because there's just so much planning I think we have realized that we have to do. It's just been so much fun demolition to this point without much planning, and it's been a lot of, well, let's figure it out as we go. Well, I don't
we know
know.
some people.
Yeah, good thing we know some people. I think we got some, I mean, we definitely have some cleanup to do. This is rust mess all over the ground
All over
here.
the ground. We're gonna have to
Gotta
vacuum the grass.
Throw our doors away. Maybe just hack away at some of this other rust, see what's left here. But yeah,